Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Take Two Radio. I'm Pam, your host, and today I have two co-hosts, so double your pleasure here. I have Dawn and I have David. Hello, guys.
Hi, Pam.
Good afternoon, Pam.
Are you happy? Are you up and ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready to go.
And we're not going to ask Dawn about her weather today, so we're skipping that part today.
Yeah, it probably would be good. There'd probably be a lot of listeners mad at me, too, so we'll just skip it. All I will say is look up the Weather Channel and Google North Carolina weather for today, and that should tell you all you need to know. So.
Well, this afternoon we welcome an actor, producer, and a playwright, and his name is Alfredo Diaz. Welcome, Alfredo.
Thank you, ladies. David, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. First, I want to say congratulations on your successful theater career, both as an actor and as a playwright.
Thank you so much, fam.
You're welcome. You're welcome. What drew you into acting in the first place, and who inspired you?
Well, I guess I was always telling stories. Some might call it lies. I call it stories when I was little. I mean, they were so big that you just, they couldn't be real. But I was always in that storytelling mode, always telling story, and it just kind of, it kept evolving. I would move somewhere and pick up an art form, and it just kept evolving. And then I met this woman is like another mother, a mentor, and she really liked my stories, and she encouraged me to take classes and learn a little bit more. And then I started meeting a lot of filmmakers, and they would ask me to do their films, and just I just got that. I couldn't stop doing it after that. I was like, I got to learn more. I want to know who's the best teacher. I want to know. I read a lot of books on acting and took a lot of classes with. I mean, some of the best acting teachers in the world. And just kept going. I mean, I'm still just so hungry for it. Just want to learn. I'm always watching people work, and I don't know. I just, it's like, my real passion.
It's in your blood.
yeah, definitely.
David, you had a question?
Yeah. Alfredo, who are the top three role models in your life that inspired your career?
My grandmother, she just always encourages me and was always so open for me. So I would say she's one. My mentor for sure. She's one of them. This woman, Lee Vogelstein, really, she's one of them. I have so many people. My teacher. I've had two really good teachers that. When I would doubt, it's kind of tough, if I would get discouraged, both of these guys would kind of lift me up, and so I would put them, it's four, but I'll make them one. Larry Moss and John Dapolito. Really, I look up to them a lot, especially anything to do with acting.
That's great. I'm sure they'd love that acknowledgement. What is it that stirs such passion in you when you're in the theater?
I guess so many things. I've lived in some pretty interesting places, and I've just kind of learned a lot of the way people live, and I don't know, I'm just so curious about how people think and how they interact, and that always feeds me in my work, and keeps me to always wanting to be truthful,
right.
How psyche works, and that just keeps me. Plus, I'm just hyper, fam.
You're
I'm just hyper. Yeah.
Always on the go. I have 2 children out of 4 that are like that, and sometimes I just would like to open up the back and pull the battery out, but we always know that that's not possible.
I hear you. I don't sleep. I mean, I'm working all the time. I'm like that. I'm like that.
Yeah. Well, you write plays about unlikely heroes. Why is that important to you?
I think because I feel like, I don't know how this is going to sound, but I always feel like the bad guys are usually, or who we call bad guys, are usually misunderstood. Mm-hmm. You don't know their sort of story, and you don't know how people get to that place, So, yeah, I kind of write about these types of characters, but then you see I feel like people connect to that, and they see, they see the human side of these types of guys,
right.
And I've been around them, I grew up, around the city and Union City, just urban city life, and I've been around a lot of these so-called bad guys, and I draw from that, and knowing them on a personal level, and knowing that they're just, if you meet them in the under the wrong circumstances, they're that bad guy. But I don't know, I'm just again curious about the psyche of people and how how they kind of get to where they are.
Well, is it necessarily a so-called bad guy, or is it somebody that wants to do something but does it in a bad way? No. It's usually like he goes. I mean, the hero's journey into the night sort of thing. It's a guy that goes into the unknown, goes into the underground to learn that full lesson and then get to the other side. That's more like it. No, that's more like it, yeah. Just that in that underworld, a lot of my characters, they're interacting with dark people from the underworld. So that's what, right.
Yeah.
That makes it interesting too to see the other side of things.
Yeah. I've always been attracted to those types of stories, but just the other guy, that goes through it, gets thrown into, some. I don't know. I guess I think of one of my favorite movies, like Gladiator. Here's a general in an army, and then gets thrown into this underworld and becomes this, he's this warrior, and those types of stories,
Right. Yeah, those are always good.
Yeah,
those are good. Alfredo, which okay, hold on. Okay. Which out of all that you have written, which character comes closest to you?
They're all extensions of me. But I guess the one that I'm working on now, actually, is probably the closest one, because he's I'll tell you a little bit. He's a playwright, and he's dealing with addiction and certain things, and just I don't know. That's probably like the closest one to me. I'm working on it now. It's like about 95% done, but I'm really excited. Like, working on this piece gets me really. I don't realize, like, 4 or 5 hours would pass of me working and writing, and I would I would just lose track. So I'm really excited about this one, and that's probably the closest character to me.
Okay. What play is probably your favorite one that comes close to your heart that you've written?
Yeah, this one I Saved the Sewer Rat. I guess that one because I'm touching on things with that I hope people get, and they did. A lot of people came up to me afterwards, and they got that. But it's about this addict that goes back to talk to his mother he hasn't seen in 15 years, and it was funny, but it was really dark. But I got a lot of laughs. But it was kind of a dark piece. But that's probably one of my favorite ones because it kind of gave me the confidence to do two more after that one. And,
right, because of the success of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. You should be very proud of yourself, and I'm sure your family is as well.
Oh yeah, they come to them. I'm always afraid when that people are going to sort of recognize parts of themselves because from what you know, and I'm always like, oh God, here we go. I'm sure I'll hear it afterwards. But they always show me so much love and support. Yeah.
That's great. So they don't heckle you about it then.
No. But I'm always worried. I mean, by now I should be okay, but I'm not. Every time there's something, I'm like, okay, all right, let me just hold on to something.
Yeah. Do you sing, dance, play instruments of any type?
I've been, for the last year, I've been playing the guitar again because the two of your kids, I can't stop. So it's like I'm working on my craft and acting, and then I write, and in between those two, I work on the guitar to sort of break it up a little bit.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of addicted to it. I can't stop. I'm working. I'm sure my neighbors hate me.
Oh
no. But hopefully they've heard progress. But that's kind of oh my God, I love. And my family's really musical. My cousins sing. My uncle's he choreographs. A lot of musical people on my mom's side of the family. Yeah.
So that's where you get your genes from.
Oh, yeah, a lot of creative people. A lot of very creative people on that side of the family. Yeah, definitely.
So do you sing and dance too? Then, they?
No, I wish I would. I was just in a musical, but I was sort of the evil of the piece that they talked about, and I just come in sort of at the end with this big dark scene, and I'm the only character that doesn't sing, but I was there with them. All the time. Yeah, I was there working with them all the time and hearing them sing and thinking, God, this will be my next thing.
Right. Well, it would go well with the guitar playing, so, you can get those two together and maybe have your choreographer family member, teach you how to do some moves.
Yeah, that would be fun. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, we all dance. I mean, I'm Spanish, you have to dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said I've always wanted to do salsa dancing.